kill the Plague Ward stacks. Don't let him get levels.
See, the problem with that is that even if you're trying to contest Venomancer in that space, like, let's say you try and contest him before getting up all those Plague Wards early, right? You're trying to contest Venomancer by the Radiant tier, like, basically by the Radiant tier 2s.
Can we just all agree to ban Veno? I mean, they just played it 4 games in a row. It doesn't look like it has a great solution. I mean, the one game NP won, it was game number 1, and then 3 straight more games, EG just took it with the Veno.
Yeah, I remember when they were playing that series, they were just like, I am Snake, pick me Snake.
Yeah, like...
Alright, we do actually have a draft now. Game number 2 of EG versus Alliance. Let's take a look and see what they're working on, and there it is! First ban Veno from Alliance.
Well, with this, hopefully Alliance can say, let's beat them this series, let somebody else figure out the Veno counter.
Yeah. And Drow Ranger to follow immediately for Alliance.
Okay, no Warlock through.
So who's missing from our bans now?
Batrider and Ogre.
Right. Oh, because we've replaced the Warlock, yeah.
Still got Kunkka in there too. Also a good hero, definitely not first pick material necessarily, but...
Okay, so what happened to Shadow Demon? He has been kind of ignored over the last
really
couple...
crap laner.
Dead hero.
Does not
Dead hero already?
I don't know, he's okay
I
with
mean,
the illusion spam, but...
The nerf to Shadow Poison wasn't
Really
the greatest. At the same time, the rise in popularity of Warlock is also hurts him.
Well, if it was old Shadow Poison, then he would be just fine compared to Warlock, because he could still zone an offlane hero, but now it just costs so much mana to do it, and it does so much less damage per count. It's not even close to the same.
Yeah, and you're seeing like other like pretty good 5-position zoners come into prominence, like the Warlock. Skywrath has been picked up a lot more now.
And lost a lot of games as well. That hero's not very good, but Oracle's much better in this case, just because you can counter Lasso. Your base damage isn't amazing, it's been nerfed a couple times, but once you get like level 2, level 3, your damage is not bad. And Kunkka, another Batrider counter, with X marks the spot, so... Alliance going for Shadow Demon, I think this is fine. No, this is why you pick SD though, it's because you should use Disruption to save people, not just max the skill out and try to spam towers in a cheesy way mid-game. Okay. Shadow Demon's value is worse at laning stage, but once he gets to mid-game, he's just as good as he was 8 weeks ago or something.
And is the Shadow Poison nerf, was that across the board, or is it really more just effective in the early levels?
Just early levels. Okay. You used to do level 1 damage was 50 to pass through, and the break was the same, but now it costs 55 mana instead of 40 to cast it, and it does 28 damage level 1 instead of 50. It's a massive difference.
Now EG, maybe you want to get some of these illusion heroes out of the way. Yep, Naga up first.
They may ban something like Luna as well.
Luna, Morphling, kind of that too.
Juggernaut probably.
Juggernaut.
It is a Alliance stable.
And it's a counter to Kunkka as well. I definitely agree.
Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Still a pretty strong opener for EG, all things considered, though. I know that Batrider is going to be high priority for Alliance, and they've got quite a few tools here.
I think it does make their their laning setup pretty obvious. Oracle Kunkka, I would imagine you're not going aggressive tri-lane or aggressive really anything like that.
It kind of could work, honestly. I feel like Kunkka...
They went Shadow Demon Dazzle.
10 seconds
oh, sorry, you're saying for like
for EG, your lanes become a little more obvious this way.
I think it can work, especially against SD. Maybe not due to disruption, depending, but they can do like...
I mean, Alliance still has their safe laner to pick up and their other support.
So would you say it's better for... You're saying it's better for Alliance?
Yeah, it's better for Alliance because EG has sort of telegraphed.
I'd like to see Alliance go, I think, aggro with the Shadow. Like, they saw quite a bit of success with that with Dream League. Like, a lot of their games, they were doing aggro try. Worked out pretty well. Shadow Demon, if they won, I think, like, Shadow Demon Dazzle is strong enough to still do that kind of a combination in there if you get the right carry, but the question is who's that going to be. But then at least you do get this Batrider 1v1 matchup, right?
Just SD Dazzle is so bad for offense. Like, yeah, okay, it's a good tri-link combo, but after that,
you're not doing anything.
That's true.
So EG does take out the Juggernaut. Alliance takes out the lifesteal.
EG's turn to
Alright.
pick.
Any hero that benefits is off of survivability in general is going to be really good for EG. They've got Coco's Rum, they've got Oracle's Ultimate.
Probably the Universe Void there for the off lane. Of course, Loda playing the Slark in the last game. Not looking so happy right now.
Dazzle.
It's the Dazzle.
EG's
Well, good call, Fred.
Alright.
But some obvious drawbacks that we just talked about.
It is very good at killing Void in lane, I would say. It's so burst heavy with Shadow Poisons, or Shadow Wave that is, so... they can also do Soul Catcher as well. Just skip Shadow Poison, go for Soul Catcher, it will then amplify the physical damage from the wave, this could actually be enough burst to kill Void even without a stun.
And they left the Luna too.
Well, it's also like the Dazzle is also good against the Chronosphere. You have a save through Chrono in addition to the Shadow Demon. You can also weave through the increase your armor.
Although it was so magic based on I love the CK. It's great with Dazzle, armor plus armor. You can Shadow Wave on it.
Nice against the Weaver too, like one of those heroes that if you can grab him, like obviously he's very slippery, but that heavy burst from a Kunkka can really help out against one of the lower HP heroes like a Weaver.
And if you look at EG's picks right now, they're really weak on AoE, which is the counter to CK.
At the same time, though, these heroes get Lincolns, then Alliance is pretty screwed in offense. I think they have to get like a pushing bit, like Death Prophet or something, because I really think they do have to try and close this out a bit.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't CK kind of a notorious momentum hero where you pair him with the Wisp because it gives you a lot of farming mobility and that's why it's a great combo. By himself, if he gets off to a good start, he can carry it into the mid game, but if he gets shut down, his recovery mechanisms are not so great.
Yeah, he has pretty much no wave push, no way to flash farm.
So you have to have a good laning phase, and you need to be able to acquire towers, so you can continue that farm for the Chaos Knight to make him that invincible, I am super tanky Hearts Illusion Master, and nobody can really deal with you.
Hero that can work, but not one we've seen yet for sure. Razor now 5th ban from EG.
It's gonna be a weird game. Mjolnir's gonna have to like Weaver with Lincoln's Mjolnir or something like that.
Yeah.
Deal with Chaos
Actually
Knight.
sounds kind of good.
Yeah.
I mean, against Batrider.
Other than the fact that Weaver can't really deal with illusions, it is actually a really good Weaver game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They even take out the Invoker anyway.
And they take the Timber Saw.
So, we could see a Tinker. For EG.
That's
all
pretty
they
good.
have to
Solid
do is
delay.
survive.
Yeah, we could say great with the Void, great against Timber. Then it gives you AoE against the Chaos Knight as well. You can axe laser.
So good with Weaver too, in like the later stage, like bots too. Even we've seen some of these where just getting these really mobile position ones, and with Tinker they can dominate even some of those sketchier fights that happen later on.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I think if Alliance can take control of the first couple Chronos that come out, they can easily win this game.
Oh, they're going back to the snake.
Back to the Deuce. Oh, this is so rough, because Chaos Knight is an all-in committal hero.
That was
right?
pretty obvious one.
So now you can't just like bounce in and then bounce back and wait out Stone Gaze. You have to commit, and you're going to commit. The illusions are going to die, and Stone Gaze completes duration. That's pretty good, and it's another potential Lincoln's hero, though. And Sumail seems to hate that.
Well, I think he didn't like it the last game or the last series he saw with it because when Envy played it, because Lincoln's didn't really do anything for him. It's not like Sumail's never gone Lincoln's on Medusa. Yeah. It's just like I think he hates going Lincoln's Manta because you do no damage, you do absolutely nothing, you just sit there. I think his preferred build-up is Lincoln's if you need it, or if you don't, you go like Dragonlance into something Yasha or something else.
Yeah. All right. So another round of predictions before we throw it to casters. Purge.
I'm a CK fanboy. I want it to work, but I'm gonna go with Alliance. I think. I'm not super confident, but I just tunnel vision on the CK.
I'm sticking with EG. I don't think the CK will work.
Yeah, I really like that last pick Medusa, to be honest. I think it really helps against that all-in committal. The illusions are going to get obliterated. They're going to play so carefully as Alliance in order to take those bigger fights.
Chaos Knight is a momentum-based hero. Medusa halts all momentum in EG.
For all the reasons listed above, I'm going to go with EG as well.
All right, with that, we'll give it back to Mott and Grant once again here for Game 2.
Thanks so much, guys. Of course, jumping into game number 2, Grant, of course, our panelists seem to think that EG have a great outdraft yet again here for the second game. How do you feel about EG with their draft in this particular matchup?
Looks like their heroes, as long as they shut down CK in the early game as well as the Timber Saw, just don't let them get that much far. It's going to be good, but already?
More into the action here. Good torrent, but Zai, I don't know if you're going to live for much longer here. He's got 2 stacks of the sticky. Loda is chasing him down. He's going to try to eat his way through, but there's the Whirling Death. And one more right click, and Hanskin will get first blood. So Alliance get off to a bit of a fast start here, and that helps them out a lot.
Yeah, there we go. Just get the first blood. That automatically secures them at least 1 rune as well, so they're happy with that. But like they're saying, the Medusa last pick's so good. CK, reality rifts in. Medusa clicks ult if not stunned, and, well, you're in a little bit of a pickle.
I actually liked I think Captain Trevor talking about, and Charlie as well, were talking about the Tinker pickup too, and I thought that seemed like a pretty good last pick overall. And then they came with the Medusa. I'm like, I don't know if there's anything much better than that.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of just...
It's going to be a middle Batrider.
We'll see how things turn out, and this is an interesting, like you mentioned, the mid Batrider for Limp, so not picking up that Timbersaw again this time. He is going to have the Batrider to go to work with. He'll have EGM nearby, perhaps help him out here in the first couple of... No, looks like he's just going to head down to the bottom lane. Do some sort of aggro tri lane for Alliance here, and put some pressure here on this safe lane Universe Void, one of his, of course, favorite heroes.
Here comes a possible mid smoke gang level 1 from EG.
Yeah, these are two very strong heroes in the early game. You have, of course, the Fortune's End, the Torrent as well. Limp's already a little bit low. They're going to walk right in, see if they can get the Fortune's End off. Absolutely can. They'll throw up the Torrent as well. Zai should hit this no problem, and this should be another kill. Although he's taking a lot of damage here, he will inevitably fall. It is going to be the Medusa actually getting the hit from the low ground to get that next kill, of course, on the board.
Yeah, then we see that 5-1 for Sumail. I'm pretty sure 4 of them came from, or at least 3 of them came from that Dota pit, just one series, and from one snake to the next, they don't get Venom, so they get the Medusa.
I mean, we already talked about, at length, Sumail in the past couple of weeks. I mean, overall, again, there was a lot of questions against about EG and how well they were going to perform. They haven't been playing in a while. Similar questions for Alliance as well, but...
Yeah.
We'll see how they perform here. I mean, the Chaos Knight is definitely an interesting take. They will find its disruption down bottom. Zeiss is going to go for the TP, and that should be enough. And he's able to make it out with no issues there. The Shadow Wave did a lot of damage, but there's just no disables for them to stop that TP once he gets out like that.
If you send the disruption on him, then you have no shutdown. But it gets him out of lane, so they should try to pull a Universe here, but there's a lot of creeps on him.
Well, the CK, of course, still getting some good farm. He could have rotated over maybe to help secure that kill, but he stayed in lane for the most part.
It's like last game. They're just putting both supports with Loda, so they secure Loda a lot of farm, but when Loda has all the farm, it's hard for him to deal with it if he's running at like a Weaver or a Medusa.
I mean, can they gank if they rotate those other 2 lanes? Hold that for a lot of Limp is going to get Fortune's End. There is the Torrent coming in next as well. It'll catch some nice damage, but he's still rather tanky still, trying to right-click him down. There's the Flame Break rotating in Loda. They want to go in with the Reality Rift. He has his stun ready to 2-second one as well. Meanwhile, the Oracle getting low. He'll fall in, back up and ready to fight. Firefly up until the disruption, being aggressive, but they can't really dive. It's a little too close to the tower. Nice rotation. Yeah. Not often you see a CK rotate in the mid lane.
That's
for that.
What you think. Like, can those 2 supports rotate in? Well, no, but the
CK
can. Yeah, it was perfect on that. Sumail was forced to snake onto the hero, so it did no damage. The target you hit does nothing. That's a perfect rotation from Loda, and looks like he's going to be heading top now.
Yeah, they're going to switch the lanes up instead and try to find some aggression elsewhere. They're going to look for Sumail mid. Limp's not going to get torrented. Zai was close, but no cigar. As Crit has also TP'd in top lane. Looks like the Weaver is able to get out. He rotates down bottom. EGM getting caught with the bugs. Universe gets off a nice hit, and there's the Grave coming out just in time. Universe getting low, but he will be able to TP out. Arteezy chasing down the hill. He wants EGM. He will find it. Whirling Death not able to do enough damage, and Jonas will just have to watch as his friendly Dazzle goes down. Well, the Courier, oh, it's almost upgraded in 4 seconds. Can they get it? One more right click, and Zai will find it. Nice pickup. There's the X-Mark. They might even find more off this. Hanskin's going to get torrented. Disruption might not be there. There's the Fortune's End, and it looks like he will fall the Purifying Flames. They get the Courier and the kill, Grant.
That is, once again, they're just rolling already. These supports are just rotating all over the map. They're mid, bottom, top. Not really any wards out from the Dire except deep in the jungle.
And they aren't getting those kills that they got in the safe lane for Alliance like they did. They didn't get those 4 kills to start things off. Sure, they have 2 kills going their way, but they do have some better CS this game. They have Jonas sitting at 14, CK sitting at 14. They're actually ahead of some of these heroes on EG. Not by much, but they're staying even.
We saw the Loda rotated to the top lane, and instantly EG rotated back down. They want those lanes how they were.
Yeah. So they will have to keep the Timbersaw here for now. Meanwhile, smoke up from Alliance. Hanskin and EGM are looking to rotate. They have Disruption. They have the Shadow Wave again. They have the Batrider as well, but not really much else to cancel TPs other than that Disruption. Sumail going to get caught here. Disruption will go first. Not much mana. He has the mana shield up. The 6-8 coming back. There's the Flame Break, the Firefly. Plenty of damage. The Stick Charge, they actually turned away. They thought they used it already, but they still get the kill. Universe coming in. He has time off to avoid some of this damage. Limp getting a little bit low to the tower hits, but they will find a much-needed kill on the Medusa.
There we see Disruption, the heal bomb. Always works, and it works there. And we see if Universe got a bash there, he had 2 hits to get a bash, he might have committed for that kill, but he doesn't. He just backs up, goes back to the jungle.
So a nice rotation from Alliance, evening things out. 21 last hits for the CK, 21 last hits for the Weaver. That's a nice deep ward placed as well, so they can spot out the rotations of some supports and just Sumail in general. Crit's nearby. He has his own Observer ward defensively placed down, but this mid lane seems hotly contested, Grant.
Yep, and I love that deep ward even just in the middle lane from Dire. So they see everyone rotating, they see if Sumail's by himself. Hard to counter because usually you want to put the sentry ward in the middle of the river. They wouldn't catch that observer ward. So
that's a very good placement. It's not going to be spotted by the tower either. 5 minutes into the game, Alliance are making some good movements here, trying to shut down what they can. Killing Sumail once, already a pretty good start. Arteezy down bottom, he's going to get some help from Crit. Jonas is just trying to harass him and get as much farm. Speaking of Jonas, he has 23 last hits. Obviously, he started up top at the beginning of the game, but he's still doing rather well for himself.
Yeah, he is, and now he's just going against Weaver, who's not going to be able to deny him ever, or really harass Timber without that help from someone else, because 3 in reactive armor early, you're not going to touch him.
No. CK will pick up his treads. And we've kind of just gone into a farming game, at least maybe not for long, though, as here comes the rotation. I don't think they can grab Sumail. Good fortune, Zen Limp can't get him. Disruption doesn't go for Hanskin despite having vision. Cancels the animation, so it doesn't alert the Radiant team to the presence of that Dire Berserker Ward on the high ground.
That's really happening. A lot of excitement middle. Everyone just fighting middle. That's it. Even if there's not a kill there, it's always almost 3 to 4 middle from each team.
I mean, there's so much emphasis placed there. Arteezy Chakram, he didn't have the mana to time-lapse, but he doesn't need it. He'll be able to Shikuchi away instead.
Flies him out some Tangle. He's like, whatever.
He's fine.
Tangle back up, didn't want the health potion.
He'll be able to heal up. He's got 2 stick charges if he needs him to. So Notice is going to come in again, throws out that Whirling Death. He's not got much in terms of mana, but his reactive armor stacks, he's up to 15. And even with the Blightstone, he's very tanky, this Timbersaw.
So both of them are going to get farmed down here, but now Crit's going to try to zone him out. Loda, top CS, in perfect form. That's what they need to do. They need to somehow get him a lot of farm. They need to pick off everyone. Pretty much just avoid 5-man fighting into the Medusa, and they should have good fights.
But when do you decide to take maybe an engagement against DG with Alliance? Do you wait for CKs, perhaps? Do you go drum, armlet, something along those lines?
Only that, yeah. I think you just get treads, armlet, you wait for maybe you see someone bottom, you see Medusa middle, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go bottom, hope Medusa doesn't TP in. That's a good fight for them to take.
Yeah, she TPs in with Stone Gaze, all of a sudden that becomes a much more difficult fight. Also the Bat Rider, we haven't really talked about Limp, he's doing considerably well, 37 last hits going his way. He's obviously working on some juggle camps here. 1,300 gold, he might just be going straight into that blink. We've seen a lot of Tranquil's boots. They're going to smoke up X marks, they'll find Jonas, they get off a nice Purifying Flame, Storm will connect as well, Arteezy, the bugs are there. This damage is going to be tough, but he's going to try to turn on these supports. There's another Purifying Flame, so the Shikuchi will bring him down. Arteezy gets the job done. Crit, very low in HP, a bit concerned for himself, but he's fine.
Yeah, and even Universe showed his face like, oh, hey, I've just been jungling with Iron Talon. I'm going to, as long as this item's in the game, I'm going to abuse it.
He's level 6 already, so he's got some good experience. It's not like he's doing poorly.
Yeah, he's just Iron Talon jungling. That item has allowed that.
Great item, honestly.
Yep.
What an item.
But Loda just free farming top. I think this is good. It's a lot better in this game that he's just free farming instead of last game, because he can get solo pickups with this hero. Even easier than Slark now. It's tankier, can dive towers, has a stun.
Yeah, and there's not that armor issue yet to worry about that. There was the Warcry last game, obviously. With the right click from the Slark early on in the game, you're not going to do that much. This game, you have a lot of nuke damage coming out from your castle, as you already talked about, but...
He's just pushing top by himself. No one's been here. He's like, okay, I'll take half your tower away.
He gets the casual bracer for now. He can inevitably turn that into that drum we talked about. Could still go for the armlet later on down the road, which is obviously another very solid choice. I mean, they're doing much better this game than they did last game.
Even with those early kills, like the early kills just didn't mean that much for him last game, but here, it's 4-3 actually need you here, but they're getting way more farm out of the lanes on Alliance. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. Arteezy doing some work against Jonas down bottom. Still very tanky, the reactive armor. He's healing up rather quickly. Arteezy's barely doing any damage to him as we speak now that he has his max stacks coming out. And he's actually turning Arteezy, who doesn't have any mana for time lapse. He does have stick charges. In fact, 5 of them ready to go, but he Shikuchis instead.
Blink on bad already. He had a great mid lane, took 1 set of stacks in the jungle, and, well, he's ready to go. And I like this. We've been seeing Tranquil drums a lot, right?
Yeah, that's the build I was just about to talk about, but he goes for the early blink in. What do you think about this build instead of the Tranquil drums?
I think it's really good against Weaver. If you just blink in, dust on Weaver, you grab him, then CK's there, that's like 6 seconds to disable, you just take him down easily.
Yeah.
Same with even Medusa. If you somehow pull him before he gets Stone Gaze off, there's a good chance he just dies.
Yeah. Loda actually spotted by Zai, but there's only one other hero up here. It's going to be Universe, and they have that ward close to the tower, so rotations will be spotted.
Yeah, and they try to scan. They're seeing if anyone's behind Loda. They just want to go on.
They will not. They see Loda walk into the scanned area. Zai's looking for an X marks, can't quite get there, just out of range. Arteezy even rotated up. Might have been spotted by that TP. Meanwhile, Alliance smoked up themselves. Sumail might be the target. He has some mana, but maybe not enough. Instead, they're going to rotate him, and here's the Firefly. Looking for the point glasses. They'll find it. Pulling him back. They're going to try to find Crit here. No false comments. He does get off the Fate's Edict, but here comes Loda, and they have more than enough damage, including the Shadow Wave, to bring him down.
Yep, now they can't really push the tower. Look at all of EGR rotated over. Sumail's low, but just a good pickup. Now they can go their way. Brown's still farming bottom.
Yeah, well, Jonas not the best pushing hero, but he's able to clear out waves pretty quickly and and put some pressure on that tower.
The tower for 20.
All right, look at my 63 base damage. We're getting it done, guys. Now he's gonna clear out the creep wave, and 10 minutes in, I think Alliance, they're very close in terms of net worth. I think if we look at the graph, it'll probably be close to even. In fact, it is 500 going the way of EG. But
far in their favor, too.
Zai top lane barely surviving against Loda. Didn't have enough mana for another stun. Had a reality rift, but that would be underneath the tower with more rotations coming.
Alliance is perfectly happy with this. They're like, cool, keep farming Loda, keep farming Limp. Just all their cores are farming well. They just need Batrider every time Lasto's there to pick them off. Free tower.
Jonas spent like 2 minutes at that bottom tower, and he just gets it for free because they're dealing with stuff happening elsewhere on the map.
Yep, so you gotta get his mana boost. Yep.
Arcanes.
Should be pretty early Bloodstone. If he keeps on like this, probably about 15 minutes, which is extremely good.
Yeah, this is...
They're looking for Universe. No one else is around.
No, it's just Limp solo. I don't think he gets this kill with just him. But he is going to get pushed back. He did clear out the creep camp, so not that big of a deal.
Do you remember Void, though, with that time dilation when he does pick it up versus Batrider is a little bit...
It's pretty good.
Pretty bad for Batrider, you know.
Limp, still, though, again, we talked about his farm, and he's top in net worth right now. Obviously ahead of Medusa, still doing rather well for himself. I think he's going to... I don't know what you build into. Do you still get Tranquils? Do you go Boots of Travel instead here as a Batrider?
I think Boots of Travel. I think he might still get... Well, maybe not. I'm not sure what he wants. He's doing a good job. He's not pulling man farm. Usually when you see Batriders get blinked, they're just scared. Like, they try to get pickoffs too hard, so they stop farming and they fall behind. But he's doing a good job. Get that one pickoff, go back to farming. No downtime.
Yeah, I think, like, I'm so used to seeing that Tranquil drum build. I'm just like, what do you build after Boots of Speed, Blink Dagger?
Boots of Travel is a good guess, so he can be all around the map, help Loda get some easy kills.
And it's more about that farm that you were talking about, too. Keep waves pushed out, which they already do a very good job. Here's the smoke tank from Riki. They get off the boat, as well as the torrent should connect, and it will. That's a lot of damage. Arteezy's going to try to clean this up, and he will with a couple more right clicks. Meanwhile, though, Purifying Flame's actually healing him up. The second one will do the job. Arteezy helping out there as well.
Top lane is smoke though. Limp looking for Sumail. Let's see if he's no ulti.
Firefly, Blink Dagger, Lasso. They're going to find Sumail. He's got plenty of mana. Here comes the TP's in. Good disruption against the Universe. He does have that Chronosphere ready, and he can't find the target. He'll time walk out, looking for Hanskin instead, juking around the tree line. And it looks like Hanskin might actually survive here, walking out. Jukes beautifully. Universe cannot find it. Well played by this dire side.
Unfortunately, the tower does get denied by Sumail, so, but yeah, sick juke. Nothing, I mean, he has 2 in mana shield, no ult. He's crazy, he doesn't have any ult on Medusa. Now he does.
He just put it in there. He had plenty of mana. He did not fall very quickly. On top of that, he has Dragonlance too, so extra armor, extra HP coming his way.
If Loda was full HP, they might have tried to commit harder, but he was like half HP, half mana, and I'm not going in.
So Alliance now starting to pressure the tier 1 tower mid, which was something they struggled with the entire last game. Loda is low. He's going to head back to the base.
He got Midas.
Did he?
Yep, he went Midas, and I think that's fine. Attack speed, go further in the late game. I don't think Drums is just not that good on CK anymore because it used to be, well, he had low mana, and it used to build mana. Now you do not get anything. I mean, you get move speed and all that, but without the mana gain for him, doesn't matter.
Well, EG now continuing to split up the map. Still top the net worth is the Batrider. Dusa second, not far behind. Third is the CK. Split shot from Sumail, starting to really farm up and do the best that he can. Sumail was talking, I think he tweeted this yesterday, he was talking like, please don't build Lincoln's Mantis style on Medusa anymore.
You're only good for your ult. You don't do damage, you barely survive against a Batrider, who cares? He's just gonna Firefly on you.
He's pretty low. He's going to TP out. He might make it away. Limp, Blink, Lasso. Sumail stays too long. Uncreative mistake. He's going to get brought back with the Firefly. And there's the false promise in time. Fade Seed comes out. Purifying Flames might heal him up enough and keep him alive here. Looks like he should stay up and ready to go. Barely with 200 HP. I can't believe he didn't die for that.
There we go. But Alliance already back at it. Just split pushing middle. Loda uses ult, doesn't get the extra illusion, but they should still be able to bring this down.
They're going to take this tower rather quickly. Flip will go, but no defense mounted yet. X marks from Zai. There's the torrent. Ghost Ship can come through if they want. Another TP coming in. The tower's still low. Won't get denied. Now it looks like Alliance just might try to escape. Maybe put some pressure in. They were looking for a pick, but everyone from EG was too far back at that point.
So, hanging steady. Alliance down a kill, but still farming very well. Batrider's now actually only in second place, but Loda right behind him as well. Timberslow's doing good. Very close to the Bloodstone now.
They did bring down Sumail once, almost got him that second time.
Oh, and it's just straight Force Staff. I guess that's always a great item.
Yeah. There's so many different things you can get on this Batrider. The Boots of Travel, we talked about the Drum obviously, but he's going to have some extra mobility. The dragging of course, the heroes back to your area of the fight is huge. Sumail is going to rotate bottom now. He's building into Yasha, currently has a Blade of Alacrity done. I mean, at what point do you really try to pressure Sumail? He's doing a pretty good job of farming at this point.
Yeah, because you only committed the Bat Rider up there, which almost worked because he was so low, but if you had maybe even one other person, you would have been able to bring him down. Then, again, you might have died because 4 of EG was up there waiting.
They were. They rotated rather quickly. They were there to provide support for Sumail, but they can definitely put some more pressure on him. It's tough, though. EG now playing together pretty much as 4 in the mid lane. You can see they're all grouped up and looking to go perhaps for that tier 1 tower.
No chronos yet.
Yeah,
they haven't really needed it. I'm surprised. Universe is one of those guys who doesn't use it that sparingly. He'll throw it out for one here, and I'm surprised he didn't use it for that Bat Rider top, actually.
Yeah, he almost caught him, but I think he was a little too far out of range. X marks Hanskin. Looks like he was just trying to deward, and even that's not going to be successful. He gets caught. Arteezy will find the last hit. Now jumping in, flank Lasso, they'll find the Oracle, a great target. Can he get his false promise off? There's the Chronosphere. He's caught in it. It looks like they will get the Oracle, but here comes the Goshen. They might get something bigger for EG. Load is already damn low. Gets forced back. One more right click once this Brave is down, but he gets the stick off. They need just a little bit more. He's able to narrowly escape the swarm. It might connect and it will. Can he get it off in time? Arteezy with the Shikuchi gets it done. Turning back towards the other side of the fight, Jonas is able to actually get away with little to no mana. They did have the X-Marks, no Torrent follow-up. Deny is not there. Very close for EGM. Now Arteezy chasing even further. I don't know if they'll try to press this advantage. It looks like they're happy with what they've accomplished there.
He just got his Lincoln, so 16-minute Lincoln for the Weaver. Also, Midas on cooldown for load when he dies, so he loses a little bit of value from that.
Oh, God.
Yep, and he is going for that armlet.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing, you armlet, pop ulti, your illusions do a lot of damage. And tank more.
Yeah, that's the thing. He did die. He could have perhaps survived there with an armlet, tried to turn around. It would have been tough.
Yeah.
But now there is a Lincoln Sphere for Arteezy, so he's starting to get pretty big as well. And this is, I mean, both of these heroes, both the Weaver as well as the Deuce, they get big late game. This is going to be very tough for Alliance.
Yeah. Luckily, the Bat Rider, because he does have that farm, he can always blink, try to force staff, take off the Lincolns, and then grab him. I mean, you have to be super quick for that, of course.
Yeah.
But
Time Walk, the universe has been scouted. This is a Smoke Haker, an Invis gank with a Bat Rider. He's got this lasso. Time Walks away Firefly. He's good at the blink dagger. He does. Force back as well. Time Walk will be back up in a couple of seconds here, but there's just done. It's a 3-second one as well, and that will secure the kill.
He almost got away there. He saw like the other people grouping up. They're like a lasso, and they get the lasso up, and big kill. Now they're just gonna push it up. Arteezy and Sumail.
Arteezy, Sumail's set themselves up. They have Zai to help them up, but there's all 5 heroes rotating in from the Alliance, looking to find something. A TP coming in as well. Loda's looking for some sort of initiation. Good torn from Zai to cover the path of retreat. Again, Limp already used that lasso. It does get the flame break back. Hanskin's coming in. He's got the disruption of TV. X-Marks will go. Doesn't use it just yet, but here comes the ulti from Sumail. Will try to TP out. They need the disruption. Hanskin trying to get it off in time. Can they get Zai? Yes, they can. He gets that a little too early, so the stun doesn't come out from that ultimate from Medusa. It is only support going down, but still another kill going the way of Alliance.
Exactly. Nice use. We just see him pop, Medusa pop his ulti. He's like, well, see you later, Zai. Lets him die, and they're fine with that, but good rotation. It was kind of weird, and EG definitely overstayed their welcome up top.
They only had the 3 heroes there, too. They couldn't really take a fight, obviously, with the universe just dying. There's the armlet done now for the CK.
A lot more damage, especially get that extra proc.
Is this where he gets involved more? I mean, they've already been rotating around a fair bit with him, but, I mean, do you get even more aggressive for Alliance?
I think so. I think you 5-man smoke next time you get a kill. Maybe go for a tier 2 tower after that. You know Medusa's ult's off right now. They could do it right now, but I think they're just waiting. They're fine with farming. It's scary. I mean, you're versus 3 very strong cores in the late game in Void, Medusa, Weaver, so when do you want to make your play?
There's the Bloodstone. What other items do we have coming out for these teams? I mean, you get the Bloodstone obviously coming in. The Manta Salas we talked about, almost done for Sumail. In fact, he has the Ultimate Orb. There's a Vlad's up for Universe. So
is he going to go Manta or is he going to go Lincoln with that ulti orb?
Oh yeah, they could do the. Well, he also could do Scotty too with the casual Yasuo. I mean, there's
the Ultimate Orb, the ultimate who knows item.
It really is. It's like you buy it and then you're just like, well, it could be a Scotty. I think. I'm pretty sure he'll build. Actually, it's a good point about the Lincoln Sphere because, of course, the lasso as well as the CK.
Oh, bottom lane.
And we'll find said CK and EGM as well. He's got the Grave ready to go. Doesn't want to have to use it on himself, but he will instead. Weave will get dropped down, so it's on 2 of those targets at least. Shikuchi, he really wants to kill an Arteezy with one more auto attack. The Purifying Flame scaling up, but he does fall to the Swarm. And they'll find the CK as well coming out with the Oracle getting that last hit. It's really not great.
Yeah, they get 2 kills. They're going to lose a tier 1 tower now, so pretty much a 3-0 trade. Well, Universe still, Chrono up too. They probably will go for this tier 2.
There's been one Chronosphere this entire game that Universe has used. Pretty good, but
they might try to force out at least a second glyph after that tier 1 falls. They'll probably just go for this tier 2 tower. They're strong.
Limp's positioning suggests he might be looking for a pickoff. No one else in the vicinity for Alliance. You do have Jonas pushing top. and trying to at least do some damage to the tier 2 tower himself.
Yeah, surprisingly, we talked about Loda getting involved in these fights. When does Timbersaw get involved in fights? I think Loda's been involved in far more fights than this Timbersaw.
I don't think I've seen it ever really contribute to the fight that much. Limp is looking for a target, potentially Blink Blaster. He'll find a good one. It's the Oracle. X Mark is going to go, and they'll be able to actually get him and keep him alive. There's the Chrono, only onto one. Great self-destruct coming up. Not going to keep his teammate alive. You do have the Doctor coming through as well. Limp now getting caught, still able to Firefly through and stay alive. Good ghost hit Loda as well. Getting chopped down RTZ once. At least one of these EGM can't get the grave off in time. Loda gets inside the base. It's only one hit for Alliance, but still, they do lose that team, but even after the last one comes out, no Phantasm use. Loda's getting so low, he has to head back to the base. Hanskin now getting chased down. RTZ wants more. There's the Lincoln Sphere being broken. No disruption for 3 seconds here. Hanskin, can he stay alive that long? I don't think so. Time left back for RTZ after getting that kill. They're looking for more. Limp's now on the hunt. It's 4 heroes here for EG. I don't think he can do anything. He gets X-Mark torn back. He goes in too deep, and now Universe right clicking down, still coming in. Jonas is looking for at least 1 kill, but now he's been caught. Raindrop put on cooldown. Purifying Flames, RTZ going in. Shikuchi right click. Sure, he's got a lot of armor, but he keeps getting caught by these X-Marks and torrents, and he'll fall for 10 seconds.
Yep, that was just time dilation on the Timbersaw. He's not getting away at that point. They're just going to shut him down. X marks the spot. Wow. And now RTZ has a Desolator, 21 minutes. That was a quick second item after that 17-minute Lincoln.
It's starting to all come undone over the past couple of minutes. They lost Loda twice in a row, or at least once, and then he has to back out in the fight. Jonas is still coming in. He just died a second ago. Now coming in. There's the Ghost Ship coming out. The Swarm as well. Jonas is going to get hit, and he's going to drop yet again. Down for 23 seconds. His Bloodstone charge is getting lower and lower. Universe doesn't have his Chronosphere, but they find the Torrent again. Zai is on point with the X marks are there as well. Sumail finding it double. Might be able to control Loda. Has to top the and he's going to turn. False promise in time from Crit gets off, and now this fight looking dangerously bad for Alliance. Torrent comes through again. Lift getting low. Great using that force again. Loda's going to get caught. Universe still chasing him down. Wants the bash. Does he need it? Doesn't get the armlet toggle off. RTZ finds another one, and Hanskin feeds him a double and godlike spree for this Weaver.
And that is a 5-for-1 trade. Timbersaw's down to 5 Bloodstone charges. They're on a roll.
Yeah, they really are. It's turned pretty sour pretty quickly for them, I think.
It has. They look good. Loda had that farm. He had the Midas he was keeping up with there, and all it took was that one fight bottom when him and Dazzle died, and they lost 2 towers, then they lost 5 heroes, then they lost another tower. A giant snowball.
I mean, look at the net worth graph. It's like that's where Loda died.
Super close, yeah, exactly, and it just right off that. Yep.
They just kind of took one bad fight after another for Alliance.
There you go.
It's the tier 2s falling. It's going to be Roshan going down. They've given Uterus now a Diffusal Blade, so this all of a sudden gets much, much tougher for Alliance. I'm not... They can't really contest Roshan, I don't believe. It is going to be the Scotty, so... Alright, we did it.
Yep. Don't always look because he has the Yasha and Ultimate Orb. Does not mean he's getting Mantis, especially we talked about Sumail said, if you buy Manta, you're bad at this hero.
I think it's the Lincoln Sphere combination with Manta style, perhaps. Disruption's going to come out, Hanskin and put himself in the corner, literally, and 3-0 attacks will kill him.
Fortunately, you can't abuse that bug like in Dota 1, where if you were stuck in a corner, you could actually pop up onto the ledge. Yeah. Not like that right now.
Great mechanics. Dota 1, what a game, honestly. I miss it sometimes.
Here we go.
It looks like they'll try to find more crit.
They see the ward, so they're going to... Oh, it's only a sentry, though. Oh, they placed a sentry.
They just wanted to make sure EG didn't have that vision of the high ground, which you so often see.
It's been up for a while on Loda.
The efficiency.
They're just going to push into the base now. Swarm comes out, and they're just going to right place.
They put the ward on the other side of the tower, so they'll get vision on that area. Meanwhile, EGM's... that doesn't feel very good. That's a bug hitting you with a Desolator. They dropped the good weave down, actually hitting onto about 2 or 3 or so. Loda's going to come in, breaks the Lincoln Sphere with the Chaos Bolt, but that's about it. They uses the Reality Rift onto Sumail, but he just walks away. No ultimate being popped. I think Loda wanted to try to force it out there, wasn't able to do so. They're pinging the ward. The sentry is not
going to go for it.
Oh, does that sentry see it? Yes, it does. Just narrowly. Wow.
So nice.
Hanskin, Swarm's gonna go. And there's gonna be another Reality Rift. This time breaks the Lincoln Sphere instead of the Chaos Bolt. Time Walk Chrono onto 4. Look at this damage coming out already. The Scotty going to work the Desolator. The Torrent onto 3. The Ghost Ship. They're all falling. 3 dead for Alliance, and it might be a 4th. Lip getting slowed down by the Scotty and the stun from Universe. The only survivor, the one hero that wasn't in the sphere. It's Loda. Trying to do what he can against Sumail, but that man is going to keep him tanky, and that's it. GG calls 24 minutes. Just about the length of game number 1. EG dominant in this series, Grant.
They're very dominant. This game was a little bit better for Alliance. They were farming, they were doing well, and then just out of nowhere, EG, like we said, they took those 2 towers bottom, took the 5 kills, and then just Count like that. One fight, the game's over.
I think the